We are getting so close to Season 3, and in this video, I want to go over everything you guys should be doing right now, and also thinking about as we move into Season 3, because there's definitely a lot right now that you can be doing, which will help set you up early on in Season 3. Also help you guys make a ton of stubs, get you progressing through that Season 3 XP reward path very quickly. So you're not going to want to miss that. And also with Season 3 right around the corner, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel because we're going to be dropping a ton of videos right when Season 3 drops, so you're not going to want to miss any of that. The first thing I want to go over quickly before we get into, the things that you guys should be doing is I want to go over something that's very important to know going into Season 3, and that's which cards are you going to be able to use for Season 3. So for Season 3, core cards, set 2 cards, set 3 cards, we know we're going to be able to use throughout game modes like Ranked and Conquest. Set 1 cards, you're not really going to be able to use. So that brings us to the point where, which card. So we know we will get 1 wild card, right? So for Season 3, set 1 card you will be able to use for Season 3. So you're gonna have to think about which ones you want to wild card. Like, is it the Mike Trout? Is it the Chipper Jones? Whoever it is, try to figure that out now, I would say, just because before there's a massive crash, there might have been a massive crash as you guys watch this video, who knows, but before there's a massive crash, you could go on and sell some set 1 cards, so knowing which ones you want to wild card is important to know which cards you might try to sell. Like, if you're, wild carding Chipper Jones, right? You could just sell Mike Trout, you could sell Ken Griffey Jr., a lot of these expensive cards. So that way you guys have a lot of stubs heading into Season 3 when set 3 cards come out, because we all know that there's going to be at least a few cards that we're going to want to go in and buy with our stubs. So having a good amount of stubs to start off is going to be a smart idea. But now let's get into some things that you guys should be doing right now to prepare for Season 3. And at this point, if you guys have maxed out the Season 2 XP reward path, I would wait to lock in cards into your collections so that you can lock them in day 1 of Season 3 and get a good XP boost to start the new season, right? So right now, I'm showing you guys on my screen that I have 255 set 2 cards, and the next reward I can get is at 230, but I might as well just wait and on day 1 of Season 3, lock in the 230 and get the 10,000 XP then, just so it gives me a good XP boost to start Season 3, and, I can get a good head start on the XP reward path. Just because you're going to want to try to unlock those XP reward path cards as soon as possible. Try to get them right away, and eventually, sell them off so then you can make a lot of profit. But then also you can start preparing for Team Affinity as well, so you can get a good head start with the Team Affinity programs when Season 3 drops. And I'm hoping Season 3 will have some better player rewards, like hopefully some All-Star 99 overalls in these Team Affinity rewards would be super nice for us here. So something that you can do right now is March to October, and what I would suggest is starting it up as soon as possible, playing through most of the season until you get like right before the All-Star break, or you could just play right before the playoffs start, and then once Season 3 drops, come back into that March to October, complete the season, and this is just a great way to get yourself a good start to Team Affinity, because we all know the Team Affinity grind can be rough. And you actually can have multiple March to Octobers saved up as well. I forget the exact number of ones you can have saved, but you can do this with a few different teams and then go ahead and complete it right when Season 3 drops. Get all of that Team Affinity progress. That'll be super nice. The other thing you can be doing is you can be stacking players from some of these divisions for exchanges, and if you're going to do this, I would probably do it now just so you can have these ready right when, obviously, the programs drop. But then also, I would imagine that prices will probably get higher right when Season 3 drops, because everyone's going to go in, try to buy cards for the exchanges, raising the prices of cards. So if you're planning on doing some of these exchanges, it just wouldn't be a bad idea to buy the cards now before they shoot up in value. That's my suggestion. Also, you could, if you really, really want to, as well, create a lineup with some of these, create a theme team lineup, right? So if you have a division you want to progress in right away, let's say it's the AL East, stack your entire team with Yankees players or whatever it is, right? So just have it ready to go, so then when you're working on the conquest maps for some of these Team Affinity ones, you can just play with the team that you already created, and then you can add a couple, future stars, or I guess it probably won't be future stars in Season 3, but whatever captain cards, whoever else is in that division, you can go ahead and throw those guys in your lineup as well. But just getting that set now might not be a bad idea. So right now, we actually know that the June monthly awards program, it will be coming out day 1 of Season 3. So the other thing you guys can be doing is make sure you guys have the June Tops Now programs totally complete. Because if you guys remember, collecting a certain amount of Tops Now cards was actually an optional collection in the last monthly awards program. So if you guys go ahead and get these Tops Now cards for June right now, and you'll just have less grinding to do once Season 3 drops, and you know, you can just focus on the monthly awards grind with a little less grinding to do, as you'll get that little bit of a head start with the Tops Now collection. We're assuming that it's going to be back in the monthly awards program. I would imagine it won't just disappear this time around. And something else that I highly suggest you guys do before Season 3 comes out is just build up your stub count as high as possible. So selling some Set 1 cards like we talked about in the beginning, right? Like the Trout, Ken Griffey, whoever it is, going through just your entire inventory. Sell a ton of things, flip cards, or just, you know, maybe when Season 3 drops, try to progress through that XP reward path just as quickly as possible so you can sell off some of those cards and make a ton of stubs. But you're just definitely going to want a lot of stubs to not only buy cards right when Season 3 releases, but also keep in mind that we should be getting some nasty All-Star Home Run Derby cards during the All-Star break, which is just shortly after the new season comes out. And you're going to want some of these cards too, because they always juice out a few of these as well. So you'll just definitely want some of those cards. But then also when Season 3 starts, the other thing you could do is monitor some of the Set 2 cards that you're not planning on wildcarding for future seasons, right? Because if those Set 2 prices shoot up at the beginning of Season 3, which I think it has a chance to, then you could also try to sell off some of those cards, go through your inventory, do that when that happens, and try to make a lot of stubs that way too. And I know it's super easy to get lazy at the end of these seasons, right? Because we're all maxed out with the XP reward path and whatever, and you just want to move on to the next season. But there's definitely some things you guys should be doing, and I hope you guys follow a few of the things that I talked about in this video, because if you do, I think you're going to make a lot of stubs. You're going to progress through the XP reward path, team affinity, all of that quickly. Just getting the cards you want quickest, because you're going to want a lot of those all-star cards. I'm really looking forward to a lot of those cards. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and again, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button, because we got plenty of videos coming for Season 3 that you're not going to want to miss. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.